I'm Matt Siegel from the Morehead State Athletic Department. We have a special guest with us now. We're here at the MSU Athletics Golf Outing at Eagle Trace, and it's Tim Rhodes, the father of Paul Rhodes, who works in the athletic department. But Tim is the true superstar of the family. He's been at Morehead State over 30 years and a two-time graduate from the university. Tim, we appreciate your time today, and I know this is an exciting event. We've seen you out here multiple years, and an opportunity to catch up with some old friends and probably meet some new ones as well.
Well, it's a great time. I love the scramble format. You don't have to be so good to be able to contribute a little bit. It's an opportunity to, like you say, see old friends, also to support athletics. And then a special touch is I get to play with my sons, Paul, Mark, and today my brother David. So we were the Rhodes boys.
Okay.
And we gave it a good go. Had a great time.
How was your golf game out there today on the first flight?
Well, we were 18 under, which was good enough for third, but that was in spite of me. I didn't do a lot to help our team, but it was fun. We just had a great time. Great weather. It was really good.
Tell the viewers out there about your full-time position at Morehead State, at least the one you hold currently, and kind of your role with that job.
Well, I work in school relations, and my main responsibility is just kind of keep the relationship and communication between the university and school officials, superintendents, principals, counselors, keep the doors open, just see how we're doing with them and what they think of our services, see if there's any issues they have, and sometimes I put together some recruiting programs, meet Morehead State nights, or bringing groups in. And then I also work with recruiting some alumni who want to help us in special recruiting activities, and we call them Eagle Ambassadors. And I interview them, and then we bring them to campus, train them, and they're a great help for awards programs, handing out scholarships, helping us with Meet Morehead State nights. They're fantastic.
I know a lot of our head coaches in the athletic department place an emphasis on community involvement, community service, and wanted to cite one example that I was part of a couple months back where new head football coach Rob Tenure brought a former Eagle football player to campus, and he brought a big group of 5th and 6th graders from Cincinnati. I don't know if you want to call them underprivileged, that's probably not the proper term, but kids who had not been on a college campus, maybe don't have many role models in their life, and it was really cool to see our football players at MSU interact with that group.
Oh, it was a tremendous thing. Deron Hunter is one of our Eagle ambassadors that I mentioned, and he helps us in the Cincinnati area. But Deron is a faithful, loyal alumnus. He brings kids down for homecoming every year. And this was a group of kids, as you mentioned, they're inner city kids, and there's some special need in their life. For role models or other maybe tutoring or whatever the issues are. But he brought them down, and they not only got to see a different setting other than the city setting, they got to go to our Space Science Center. They saw a laser show and some other things, and toured the campus, had lunch at in ADUC. And that's where the football players came in and interacted with them, and it was tremendous. It was good for the players. It was good for these kids. And part of what the university needs to do is to have a presence. That's why we take programs out in our region. It's why we bring groups in so they can really see and get a feel for the university and for our personality, who we are, and what our people are like, and if we're for real. So those are really great opportunities to these kids who are 5th and 6th graders will remember their day on campus, and wherever they go to school, Morehead State University will always be a special place to them because of that day. And I'm sure they've told their kids. They have the video that you all made of them with football players, and so I mean it was a tremendous thing for them and the university.
Tim Rhodes with us today on MSUEagles.com. He's a longtime Morehead State employee, longtime supporter of the athletic program, and the father of Paul Rhodes, who's the facilities and ticket manager in our department. And Tim, wanted to ask you, because you've been such a longtime supporter of the athletic program, and you've been with the Eagles through thick and thin, I'm sure when you see success stories of individuals going on, such as a Josh Teeter or a Kenneth Fareed or what Phil Simms has done, right, some of the positive role models and the successful athletes, I'm sure that has a special meaning to you to see those men and women performing at a higher level.
Well, it really does, because it makes you proud of the university and lets you know that wherever good quality people are, I mean, they're going to excel in any place. You don't have to be at the major super universities to be seen. If you can play, if you can be successful, if you've got what it takes, you can do that. And of course, the special one to us was Phil, because we knew him. I knew him personally when he was at the university. I helped him at the cashier's window, and I mean, it's just great to see him. Of course, during that time, what I was hoping for, we knew he was going to be drafted high, but Chuck Noll, the coach of the Steelers at that time, and being a Steelers fan, he came down to see Phil, and I was hoping he was going to be drafted by the Steelers, which would have been incredible. But for a period of time, we were
Giants fans.
We were Giants fans. And one interesting thing, you keep mentioning Paul. Paul is a natural left-hander. Throws a baseball left-handed, always been left-handed. Well, I saw him out in the yard one day, and he's throwing the football right-handed. I thought, what are you doing? And he said, Whitey, and that was Phil Simms' nickname because of his white hair. He said, Whitey throws it that way. And he was just a little kid. And so from that day on, Paul still through high school, he threw the baseball left-handed, he threw the football right-handed.
Is that right?
And that's all because of Phil Simms and that being his hero. And when he came to campus to have his jersey retired and all that, he got to throw the ball back and forth with him and has one autographed, and so it was an incredible deal. Phil's always been special for us.
And finally, I know you're a big baseball guy, big baseball fan. How do you feel about your Cincinnati Reds this year? The game that I watched last night was a dominating performance by the Redlegs with Johnny Cueto on the hill.
This is our year. We had the pitching. We got a leadoff guy, and so this is it. Go Reds.
All right. I'm Matt Siegel. He's Tim Rhodes. We appreciate his time today. We'll have more from the MSU Athletics golf outing here at Eagle Trace, so stay tuned to MSUEagles.com.